Just keeping tabs on what the military is up to these days. Well, wouldn't you know it, the Marines are preparing for the worst with CBRN training drills. For those of you that are not familiar with CBRN, it stands for chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear. So as you can see here, they have their gas masks on and their protective equipment. They're being trained to lie face down in the prone position during a nuclear explosion. This is taking place at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune in Jacksonville, North Carolina. As you can see here, they are also being trained to how quickly they can put their masks on. These are the M50 military standard issue masks. A couple more pictures here. This is sponging. They would be protecting themselves against chemical exposure. And you can see decontamination here as well. The military is not the only ones that are conducting these types of training. As you can see here, FEMA and the Department of Homeland Security have their own training schedule. And this is a calendar here of this training. This is the resident training schedule. And if you take a look over here, for example, we have Program H, Emergency Responder for Hazmat Technician for CBRNE incidents. So they're conducting their own training for chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear type situations. And it's everything from different types of decontamination to how you react, how you determine what's going on, what's what. As you can see here, they're conducting decontamination. But they're also talking about threats such as terrorism, all that kind of stuff. Now, if you come over here, they're also looking at IEDs. They're training on vehicle-borne improvised explosive device detection, all kinds of stuff. So just something to keep in mind out there. Just want to give you guys the heads up. I'm going to leave a link here for this calendar and everything. You can come through here and check out all these different links. But if they're preparing for all this kind of stuff, it might be a good idea for you and your family to take some necessary steps, having some supplies, getting some equipment. I would suggest, you can pick up gas mask for dirt cheap online, the Israeli style gas mask, like $30, I think. Or you can go to your local military surplus store. They might have some stuff there. If you're buying used, make sure there's no defects in there. Try to get canisters that are CBRN rated, as well as your mask, and that are not expired. So I'm going to leave a link over here. The Tin Hat Ranch, he put together a series talking about how to survive a nuclear bomb. I know a lot of people just go ahead and say, oh, well, I would be dead anyways, and who would want to live through all that? Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to try to survive. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to survive. So, for those of you that have family out there and kids that rely on you, I mean, are you really going to just roll over, and die? I doubt it. That instinct to live will kick in. So you put together a good series over here. There's a lot of good information I recommend checking out. Everything from how to determine the size of the blast, which would help you determine what kind of an attack it was, which would help you to determine if there was going to be more attacks, and how you can decide whether you want to bug out and leave or hunker down and protect yourself, how to protect your home, set up barriers. We know that radiation has trouble traveling through mass, so you would set up barriers, set up like designate a room in your home away from the windows to where you could build a shelter inside your home, sealing off your home to protect yourself from the fallout until it passes. A ton of good information here. I listened to this series like a year and a half ago, and I found it very informative, but I decided I'd leave it here for you guys to check out. Until next time, this is Spiro. Much love.